Today we're looking at a writing pitfall that can completely derail your story. Plot twists. Specifically, I will be breaking down 12 weak or cliche twists that readers really hate, and of course how to avoid and fix them. I'm going to begin with some of the least talked about offenders. First up is unrealistically forgiving characters. This is a character, often the protagonist, who forgives a major betrayal or devastating action too quickly, without any emotional fallout, no trust issues, just instant, okay, we're good now. And this fails because it cheapens the emotional stakes for your readers. The audience, as a result, expects conflict, guilt, or resentment to linger because of the betrayal. The best way to fix this is to show the hard work and genuine remorse that's required for the forgiveness. Maybe the betrayer must prove their loyalty through risky actions, and let the hero wrestle with doubts, anger, or a sense of betrayal for a while. Show that emotional damage doesn't vanish overnight. The second is random coincidences that solve everything. So this is a convenient stroke of luck, the perfect clue, the right person overhearing the villain's plans that magically resolves the core conflict in your story. This fails because it robs the hero of any agency. Readers want to see characters solve problems using their own resourcefulness, not some random happenstance. The way to fix this is to foreshadow the coincidence well in advance. If your hero is going to stumble on a crucial tool, have them notice or learn about it in a previous scene. You need to emphasize the hero's choices and their competence. Let them work hard to earn the break or to earn that opportunity. 3 is a sudden betrayal without any context. So this is when a trusted ally turns traitor just out of nowhere with zero clues and no build-up. This fails because readers will feel blindsided, but in a bad way. They never had a chance to pick up on hints or empathize with the betrayer's motive. The way to fix this is to seed subtle signs of doubt, conflicting loyalties, or personal pressure much earlier in the story. You need to make sure that the betrayer has a believable reason. Money, revenge, blackmail, their ideology, something deeply rooted. Number 4 is fake deaths. So this is where a character appears to die only to pop up with no real explanation or consequence. And this fails because it drains the emotional trust. The readers just feel manipulated. If they grieve the death only to find out it was a trick, then they'll be extremely disappointed. The way to fix this is, if you must do a fake death, which I wouldn't really recommend, you need to set it up clearly. Show how or why the body was never found, or how the character faked it. Let the death have real consequences, even if it's temporary. Maybe it fractures relationships or changes how others perceive that character. Number 5 is similar to the previous mistake, which is characters who've been dead and are suddenly alive.
They think you're some kind of god. The man who returned from the dead.
So this is very similar to the fake death twist, but the resurrection occurs much later in the story. This fails because without careful groundwork, it feels like a Hail Mary plot device. Something you've just thrown in because things were getting boring. The way to fix this is to plant hints throughout the narrative. Glimpses of the character's possessions turning up, suspicious rumors, or unidentifiable remains. You have to leave clues and show how their return impacts everyone emotionally. Even if it's good news, it should still cause turmoil or conflict. Number 6 of bad plot twist mistakes is the character suddenly gaining powers. This happens at a crucial moment. The protagonist or someone else randomly unlocks the exact ability they need at that exact time to save the day. This fails because it's just too convenient and it robs any struggle or tension. The way to fix this is to have the character train or gradually develop the ability they need. You need to foreshadow it with hints, strange dreams, minor manifestations, or warnings from a mentor. If the power does manifest unexpectedly, show it comes with a price. It could be physical exhaustion, moral compromise, or there could be danger if it's misused. Number 7 is that character turns out to secretly be royalty. This is where the protagonist, or a very key character, is revealed to be one of noble blood or heir to the throne, and it comes out of the blue. This fails because it just feels like a cheap way to elevate a character's status, and it can really undermine any real emotional or personal stakes. So if this must happen, then embed this lineage into the story from the start. There could be strange rumors, family heirlooms, a subtle difference in how people treat them. Again, leave clues and foreshadow it. Make the royal status more of a curse than a blessing, at least initially, and show political pressures or dangerous expectations or rival claims to the throne. Number 8 is convenient amnesia. This is where a character forgets key events or their entire identity, and the writer then uses this to create mystery or to withhold information. It fails because when it's used poorly, it feels like a soap opera device. It feels like a way of cutting corners on a more natural character or plot development. So the best way to fix it would be to weave amnesia logically into the plot. If it's caused by trauma or magic, show consistent symptoms and show repercussions. Don't rely on it solely for this big reveal. Use other puzzle pieces such as investigations, diaries, allies, or things of that nature to uncover the truth. Next up is the surprise twin. Please don't use this one.
My name is Julius, and I'm your twin brother.
Oh, obviously. The moment I sat down, I thought I was looking into a mirror.
We are not identical twins.
This is where a secret sibling pops up out of nowhere and magically solves the problem, or causes a problem at the final hour. This fails because it usually comes across as jarring, it feels forced for shock value, and the best way to fix this, if you must do so, is to drop subtle hints early. There could be old photos, hushed family references, or curious official records. Make sure that the twins' existence complicate matters. If they are brought into the plot and they instantly fix or conclude matters, that is a huge problem. Number 10 is that the villain was secretly related to the hero.
I am your father.
This is of course a last minute reveal that the antagonist is the protagonist, father, cousin, sibling, and the hope is that it will add an epic twist. Now, this usually fails if it's done without any groundwork, because it can feel, again, like a soap opera, and it doesn't feel earned. The best way to do it is to foreshadow it with emotional stakes. Let the hero sense a strange connection or share a specific trait with the villain. And then use this reveal to deepen the conflict rather than just shock the reader. Maybe it forces the hero to question their own identity or destiny. Great example of this is, of course, Star Wars, and they led up to this point very well by dropping hints the whole way through, so then when it was revealed, it was not a huge surprise. It felt a natural progression in the story. Number 11 is they were dead all along. This is, of course, the Sixth Sense style twist, where your character or someone else is revealed to have been dead the entire time. This usually fails because it's now been done so often that it's typically really easy to spot. And so readers might feel frustrated if they've seen it coming or believe that it trivializes the whole story. The best way to fix this, if you must use it, is ensure the twist serves a deeper thematic purpose. Maybe it helps the characters explore grief, denial, or acceptance, and include illusions, ghostly rules, or otherworldly hints so readers can revisit the story and piece it together in a satisfying way. Number 12 is that it was all a dream. This is the classic cliche where every event turns out to be imaginary and it negates the story's entire conflict. It fails 9 times out of 10 because readers feel cheated, none of the story's tension or development really mattered. So If you want to use this plot twist, you need to use dreamlike elements or signal early that we're in a dream, other realm, or alternate dimension. Make sure that what happens inside that dream actually impacts reality, whether psychologically or in some tangible way. Nobody wants to learn 300 pages later that actually nothing they've just read matters. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know which of these plot twists you find the most annoying, which ones you've maybe been guilty of using, any that you plan to use, and the fixes that you will use in your plot twists. YouTube will now be recommending another fantastic writing video just here to help you improve your writing. Go ahead and watch that one next.